for match day 3. That's directly from the tee off. Ben Long looks to have been fouled. That was Dimitri Nikolai there off the tee off and MATCHDAY. Great to see him back, as we said, for Wembley Rangers. He's been a staple for them in previous seasons. He scored 9 goals last season. He bagged 6 the season before. He's been very much loyal to Ian Wright's side. Great to see you in your numbers here as well at the Copper Box tonight. We are sold out for match day 3. Wait until this place gets rocking when the Yellow Wall and Prime turn up for their games. Question for the chat from the get-go. Who's been your standout player of the season so far? You cannot forget, of course, the top goal scorers in the league. To feature Francis Gerald Mampolo, of course, former of Depor Trio, now of Prime, and Alfie Matthews. Cannot forget his heroics in goal. Both players have bagged 5 goals this season. They have been standouts, to say the least. Here's Don Perez, looking to get Wembley Rangers match day 3 underway. Ken Long asking for a foul there once or twice when the referee's not interested at all. Do let me know in the chat as well who you are supporting tonight. So lots of love coming in from Mark Goldbridge's Gold Devils. As we said, they are in action on our 5th game of the night tonight. They take on N5 FC. Timmy Abraham, Mampolo. Brian Lee, of course, he won the pressure point last week for Clutch. Now at his new team for season 3. Eric de Mello looks to be pickpocketed there, but did he foul? Checked here. Quick restart now. Don Perez stings the legs of Eric de Mello. Abdul Abdelaziz gets a corner. That's the first one of the game. Of course, keep in mind in Baller League, corners don't exist, but if you do win 3 corners, you will get a penalty. And an offside call for the first time tonight has been called into action. That's a right battle there for George Nickad. Is it a corner? Yes, it is.
And again! Well done, Flo. Yeah.
Someone in the chat saying bring Totsau on. He's not playing tonight. Devontae Totsau of Wembley Rangers. He's out of the team as MATCHDAY comes in his place. Another foul, quite a stop-start in these first 3.5 minutes. Well, they're not interested in any soft fouls there. Don Perez goes down to ground quite easily. Ben Long now to steamroll forward. Where's that going to end up? Should be a gift for Wembley Rangers. Brilliant save from Frankie Leonard. A reaction save. It should have probably been 1-0 to Wembley Rangers. I don't think Abdelaziz expected that to bounce up to his feet as it did. Came off his head, in fact. Didn't even get a hand on that, the keeper.
So, okay, guys, that is 2 corners to Wembley Rangers. If they get a third, they will take penalties.
You cannot forget that Declan McCarthy is actually their registered goalkeeper for VZN FC. You may remember him from previous seasons. Currently out of an injury at the moment. That's what's been keeping him away. Shot to come in, that one blocked. Well, look, I said we can see you in the chat. I'm asking you in the chat now, we can see you. Who's been your standout player so far this season in Baller League? You guys are the community and we want to hear from you. What's the pass? That could be. Is he onside? He was. Mats Pippa makes the save. And Daniel Bowery nearly found Vision's first goal. I don't think he could quite believe he had so much space. Benlon called for an offside. And already 2 reaction saves. You may remember the last Ottomans, they were part of the Community Cup. The wild card you can see on the pitch for Vision FC was one of their players. Dimitri Nikolai. He was a wild card last week for Vision, done well enough. He's been invited back again. Check Tiam, another bit of that.
I love to see turns like that.
Well, suddenly the chat erupted as soon as you saw yourselves up in the on the screen at home. No surprise, a lot of prime players getting a lot of love in the chat. I mean, they have been the top goal scorers and they are top of the table at the moment. 15 goals they scored in 2 games. Can Clutch stop them tonight? They're in action in our next game. Clutch, of course, on form last week, got maximum points. Chance to make a double change there for Wembley Rangers. There's the turn again from Chek Tiam. Again, lovely to see him back on Baller League turf here at the Cobber Box. On comes Callum Gardner. He scored, of course, that huge goal for them. And Arjun Jung, formerly part of the coaching staff of M7 FC in previous years. No Zion Nditi, Jordan Mongoy or Joshua Parker for Vision tonight. That's potentially one of their big misses. Jack Connors' first touch of the ball there. You wouldn't believe it. 8 minutes into this game, the best 2 chances were those great saves from goalkeepers at either end. Only 1 shot on target for both of them. Callum Gardner goes down. He allows Vision a chance to break now. Only as far as a Wembley Rangers defender. Can they find the through ball on the opposite side? Eric De Mello does well defensively and it will allow Vision to come back forward again with a potential overload, and that's just not a good pass.
Love it, you. Please, keep it going, keep it going.
Can't forget as well, we are taking Baller League on the road this season as well. We will be in Liverpool on the 20th and 27th of April. A few people in the chat saying, will I be there? I hope so. So will all 12 teams battling out in normal league play. Jack Connors might find the feet of one, number 7 on the pitch. Callum Gardner was looking to try and play quickly. Vision were having none of that.
Roger, be ready. Too easy. Go, JK.
This is tidy from Wembley Rangers. Look at the space they've made as the shot comes in. We scored a brilliant goal last week, did Christian Campbell. He nearly had another one there. This is the 3rd corner for Wembley Rangers. And I'll be honest, it kind of feels like the game was heading towards that. Not a great deal to separate the two. And it looks like a penalty might be just the thing to do that. Callum Gardner to step up now to get his second goal of the season. Cannot forget that ferocious strike he scored against SDS in Season 2 final. Callum Gardner up against Frankie Leonard to put Wembley Rangers up by a goal to nil. Saved! Well, how about that for a wild card? That's one way to impress your manager. He hasn't actually made a save of his hands yet, Frankie Leonard. The first shot came of his head. He's just saved that penalty with his foot. Great ball forward, not the best of touches there from Tariq Fosu. He was asking for a corner. If it's your first time watching Baller League, welcome in first and foremost. Of course, we've got 11 weeks of match play. 6v6 football here at the Copper Box every Monday night. 2 halves of 15 minutes. When we get to the 12th minute, it will be a game changer. The game changer is basically a set of rules that comes in for the final 3 minutes of the half. Happens between the 12th and the 15th minute, the 27th and the 30th minute. Last week we had 14 goals scored in game changers. And quite often, we often see more of them in the first half. Callum Gardner making amends for the penalty that he missed just minutes ago.
Well done, well done. Sorry.
And straight over to Ian Wright and Ross Cable to get some instructions there. Place that past the keeper. Wembley Rangers 1, Vision 0. The Season 2 champions have a way through. That will be given as a foul against Jack Connors there. Daniel Barry goes down. Tom Morgan Griffiths not happy about that and letting the referee know about it. What do you reckon, chap? Potential game changer of the first half. 3 play onside or +1. What do you think we're going to get to kick off match day 3? Well, this could be a dangerous area now. You've got Tariq Fosu over this and Rodell Gordon, who's going to be the player to maybe take a direct shot. It's Fosu over it. Does come off Arjun Jung's shoulder. There is the shot from Gordon, and that might just sum up the half that they've had so far. For being critical of Vision, we just need to see a bit more in the final third. I mean, they brought in big players. George Nikaj, Florian Castrati starting the season. He missed out on Season 2. Then came back late. Let's jump into our first half game changer.
Let's take this thing higher, higher than you ever been. Stand tall like Everett. We go higher. It's time to go higher.
3 play will be our first half game change here on match day 3. It is basically a 3v3. Teams do not have to use a goalkeeper, but on the defensive side they usually will. Substitution errors are penalised if they affect the game, and each attacking phase may only last 30 seconds. So far, we've had 8 goals scored in this game changer during this season. It's been used 5 times in total.
In the game, players, defensively, say it down. Yeah? Say it down left, say right. start with will be George on the right, Shane in the middle, then he left. And then we'll take one.
Right,
Makes sense?
fine.
So you'll be in.
Well, a chance to listen in there.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
To the instructions being implemented on some defence. As we said, it's so important how you transition it from attack to first defence. You will get penalised if not. And we are on the way for 3 minutes of 3 play. Arjun Young, Don Perez and Callum Gardner on the attacking side. And it will be Che Krabendam as that one goes into the top corner. Callum Gardner. That is one hell of a strike. Bang! Wembley Rangers 2, Vision 0. Look at the reaction of J. Emmanuel Thomas on that. If we can get that at some point again during the show. Look at his reaction. He couldn't quite believe it was flying to the back of the net, straight down the other end. Max Pittman with a great save, and Ben Long with some defensive heroics to keep Wembley Rangers at this. Well, Callum Gardner, that is one way to make amends, by the way. He missed the penalty and then came back with that. Another save. And eventually cleared away just for a kick-in for Wembley Rangers. Callum Gardner again, he's on for a hat-trick. He's not stopping, is he? Keeper's off his line! Curtis Leonard! Well, I should say Frankie, I don't know where Curtis came from. Frankie Leonard has just bagged a goal. I mean, what half he's at, by the way? What a welcome he's had to bowling. He's never played it before. In 13 minutes, he scored a goal. He's had a ball to the face. And I'll tell you what an ending we're getting to this first half here. Frankie Leonard. Unbelievable. George Nickaz, need to see a bit more from this man. Daniel Bowie then tries to go to his far-hand side where his teammate Krabendam is there waiting to try and finish it in. Eventually the shot comes in from Pittman. And it will be a chance to change possession. I mean, I was saying there, where's the goalkeeper? Of course, there is no goalkeeper. They were on the attacking side, Wembley Rangers, in a 3-play. That is the risk you take. The idea is you don't lose possession and you try and get a shot away before then play restarts and resumes. Callum Gardner. Check Tiam has overplayed that one ever so slightly. .20 left for this first half now. Chance, good save from Max Pittman. Fosu. Goes to his teammate Max Pittman again, a great save. He is already been put to work. That's a third corner. Hold up. That's a penalty. We could be going into half-time here. And Vision might be in to tie up the game. George Nickaz, over to you, my friend, to square the game up. And I'll be honest, a pretty poor penalty. 2 penalties, 1 from corners in this game, and both have been missed. Max Pittman already put himself in the conversation for goalkeeper of the season. And that will do us. Don Perez shot comes in. And a half-time. What a half it has been. We went into the game changer. And everything was sort of calm. And then suddenly, all the goals started to arrive. At the halfway point, it's the champions Wembley Rangers that lead Vision by 2-1.
Right, people, we're live. I'm down here at the Phillips Barbershop, and you know I had to bring over Mr. Aaron Stevens. I'm just going to go straight into it for you. 2 games, 2 goals. Already you're on course to beat your tally from season 1. You're a goalkeeper. You want to let that? Have you ever considered a position change? Well, let's not dismiss that goal you scored last week. You know, Waghorn, sorry. Just that little finesse. But that's why I'm just suggesting it. But next question I've got for you. You know, in a normal-sided game, you know, with the frantic nature of the Baller League, you know, end to end, how do you manage that? You know, obviously being in goal, how do you manage that?
Yeah, you just got to concentrate on the game first and foremost. Like I say, see what's in front of you. Obviously, trust your teammates out there as well. But like you say, you just got to live for the chaos, really. There
you go. You heard it here from Mr. Aaron Stevens. Let us know in the comments. Let us know in the chat. How many goals Mr. Aaron Stevens is going to get this season? Please like, subscribe, and comment. Let's dance. Let's boogie.
Yeah.
Big game. Win it. This is all on you. You know, Ethan, this is big day for you, bro. Let's make some noise for Ethan. First start. I mean, make us proud, bro. Make yourself proud as well. I mean, I'm sure you know how big this is. But I'm telling you guys, everyone wants to be a part of Prime FC. Everyone wants to, bro, we got Sky Sports here. They're watching, everyone's watching, the whole world is watching because this is a big deal. So, do what you need to do. I want 10 goals. I'm not laughing, bro. Give me 10. Why not? If you put it in the air, it can happen.
Here at Baller League. I mean, we've seen Aaron Stevens, we've seen KSI hyping up his prime troops.
I want 10 goals. You know, AJ, yeah?
Greedy.
Get him out of that. I want Steven Salmon to do the talk. That's what I want. Yeah, KSI wants 10 goals, I want Steven Salmon.
You know, I watched a video where Sam was talking. He said, I'm disappointed. I'm disgusted that you conceded 3 goals. I mean, that's the level that Prime are setting, isn't it?
It's too much, man, in my opinion. I'll be honest. I feel like, listen, this Baller League, you're going to concede goals. It's like, if you go a season without conceding, then just completely hold a Baller League. It doesn't make sense, you know what I mean? Of course you're going to concede goals. And I feel like, yeah, maybe it's a gimmick, but fair play to them, man. It's fun, you know what I mean?
Talk about conceding goals. An absolute wonder goal from Frank Leonard in free play. I think we can have it up on screen now. But, I mean, it was a moment of sheer brilliance here.
Oh, my word. This goal right here, you can't put that further in the corner than he did. Talk about a strike. My word. Goalkeeper doesn't stand a chance.
I was stood with J. Emmanuel Thomas, right? We were just having a little chat thinking the game was going to be done. And then that happens.
He's having a half, by the way. Huh? He is having a half because the first one he scored wasn't too bad either. But tight game at the moment.
Wow, absolutely special. Hopefully we get a few wonder goals in the second half, which is going to start just about now.
Well, welcome back to Baller League for Match Day 3. We are just about to kick off our second half between Wembley Rangers and Vision. Great insight there, if you saw it, from Prime FC in the changing room. KSI welcoming a new player to Prime. And saying the words, I want 10 goals today. I mean, it doesn't ask too much, does he, KSI? But saying that, his team have scored 15 goals in 2 weeks, so I wouldn't put it quite past them. They are playing against the Clutch FC side, who are in form. Remember, that is up next. Prime versus Clutch. Back to this one now, though, and it's safe to say we can see in the chat the Triple F is in full flow. That being Frankie Leonard Wildcard goalkeeper for Vision FC. Scored the goal and scored the only goal. I mean, it kind of sums up how Vision have been at the moment in the attacking side of things. They're just lacking that goal score at the moment. You look on paper, you feel like it should be George Nickage or Florian Castrati. We know their quality. We just haven't seen it yet. The half-time stats, Vision had 2 shots that half. Their goalkeeper had 1 of them. They've got off for a bit more. That's offside there for Wembley Rangers. Shot comes in. Oh, wow! Ben Long! The captain! The leader of Wembley Rangers! What a strike! Barring in, Wembley Rangers lead 3-1, and you feel like this is the kick-off for their season. Had no right to shoot from there, Ben Long, but why not? First goal of the season for the captain. Well, chat, we can see you in your numbers. What's been the standout goal so far tonight? We've had barring in, keeper scored a goal, a ferocious strike from Callum Gardner. Let's see what you're saying in the chat. Don Perez, that's going to come back to Don Morgan Griffiths, maybe. Barring in winning the vote so far from Ben Long. That's going to be a free kick for Vision. Well, this will be Wembley Rangers' first win of the season. Tariq Fossey does go down to ground, but that'll be another corner. Corner number 2. That's Adrian Tajid, by the way. You can just see there on the left-hand side. We've got a ref challenging. That was quite a throw there from Ian Wright.
We have a ref.
Well, there is a challenge. I think it's they haven't been given a corner. From what I can see, they believe it was a corner. I thought it was a corner as well. Let's have a look then. Where did the final touch come from? And it's that last little bounce there. It's a little bounce off the ball here. Where did it come off? It's hard to tell from that angle there. On this angle where the players view is kind of blocked. Is it the last touch of Cheick Thiam? What do you think, chat? Corner or not?
Challenge successful.
Challenge successful. And that will be a corner. Sorry, not a corner for Vision FC. Got there in the end. If you're not familiar with the rules this year in Baller League, if you win your challenge, you do keep the flag. Up to 3 successful challenges you can make in a game as that one goes back for Vision. Sorry, just to confirm, that is not a corner for Vision. Wembley Rangers challenge coming off, rightly so. They didn't want them to start another corner counter again. Probably should have scored that one, though, on the half volley. Adrian Tajik trying to add a little bit of spice into the attack. It's what Vision need. Well, we got a moment here to show you how Ian Wright threw the challenging, because it was quite entertaining how he dropped the challenge onto the pitch. He found it off the floor, then he's lobbed it, and eventually did hit the ground, and the challenge was successful. Well, Florian Castrati over this. Remember, we've had 99 goals at this point in Baller League this season. The next one will be goal number 100. Can Castrati bend it in and give us our first landmark goal? Castrati over it, off the post. Cuts it back, Vision! Castrati still waiting for his first goal of the season. As we said, people in the chat were saying, you know, where is Castrati? He's playing for Vision still. He's got 14 goals in season 1. Played every game basically in the season, played 10 games for the team. Last season he suffered an injury, then came back a little bit later than he would have wanted to. Did still pick up 4 goals in 6 games. Wasn't a bad stat. They certainly were missing him. 20 minutes played here. Remember, game changer comes up in the 27th minute. Castrati over this one again now. This time, rightly so, doesn't shoot. Adrian Tajik. And another foul on Vision. Well, this looks like more shooting range for Florian Castrati from this sort of an angle. Let's see how this one will bend in. Castrati goes along the floor and allows Max Bittman to collect that one without any real problem. Don Perez goes all the way through, very nearly. Frankie Leonard. I thought for a second that was going to slip through his hands. That one will go out for a kicking in the corner for Wembley Rangers. They don't need to be in any rush. So Morgan Griffiths drives it forward, no problem at all that time for the goalkeeper. Adrian Sajik. No deflection. Just went over the bar. I mean, chat, you tell me, what's got to change for this Vision FC side? They have been wildcarding most weeks. They've had a double wildcard this week as well. If you don't know how the wildcard situation works, every team can wildcard up to 2 players. That could be any player, by the way. Which will be very interesting by the time we get to sort of May time. As the Football League season closes, could allow for a few interesting wildcards to float in. They are missing Josh Parker. That's one player they are most definitely missing. But can George Nikac fill the void? George Nikac will pull Vision back in this game. It's his second of the season. You cannot forget the role that he played for M5 last year, which clearly caught the attention of Vision. And that is goal number 100 of Baller League Season 3. George Nikac gets it. You might fancy another one. It wasn't for the toe there of Max Pim, and he would have had it. Have to remember, we've got a game change just around the corner. Castrati, round 1. And a very obvious foul there. It is a pull shirt. They're asking for a 2-minute suspension. And they've actually...
Relax.
Got one by the looks of it. Wembley Rangers are going to be down to just 5 players for 2 minutes. Of course, that's a personal penalty. If they do concede a goal, Wembley Rangers, they can now bring on another player, but Jack Connors will not be able to return to the field until after he has served the full 2 minutes. Well, Dimitri Nicola over this one to bend it in, plays it short to his teammate. He fakes a shot. Castrati gets past 1 or 2, then falls to the ground. They have to make the most of this. Jack Connors, 2-minute suspension. Vision with an overload here. This is their opportunity to tie up the game. Daniel Bowery, there it is!
Come on!
Wembley Rangers 3, Vision 3. And they made the correct use of the overload there. Wembley Rangers can, of course, now resume with 6 players. Jack Connors still needs to serve another 1-minute 30 suspension. I mean, look, how the game can flip just like that. Wembley Rangers look very much on top. Vision look lacklustre at the best of times. And now suddenly all the momentum is with Vision. Are Vision about to get their first win of the season? Remontada coming in the chat. I wouldn't go as far as that, but it's still a great comeback.
game changer. It's going to make all the difference. Let's see you make some noise for our teams.
Hang on a second, they might be made to pay for this. Triple F gets to save that. And there is a ref challenge that's been thrown in again.
We have a ref challenge for potential handball from Vision.
Well, they're asking for a potential handball there. Was that on the goalkeeper's save? He looked like he was in the box, but was he? Was it come off the defender's hand after? They believe there was a potential handball. Let's have a look on the replay here. It is off the player by the looks of it. Because Frankie Leonard's back in his box where he makes the original save. Then it hits Eric de Mello. Referees have a big call to make before the game changer. It's all going to depend now if the referees feel like he had no control over his arm movement there.
Because there's a deflection off of his own player and hit the hand, it's no penalty.
No penalty because there was a deflection off his own player. That means they have lost the challenge now, Wembley Rangers. They can't challenge anything else for the remaining 3 minutes, 40 seconds of the game. And the referees have said no penalty there. It is 3-3 though, and we are 39 seconds away from a game changer. Some of the chat saying, do I pick the game changers? No. If I did, you'd be seeing one-on-one every single second half and probably 3-player every first half. They are all at random. Speaking of which, do let me know what your favourite game changer is. There has been, of course, game changers that was brought in last season. Onside came in as a first half game changer, and the line was moved from first half to second half. Aside of that for season 3, no new game changers or rules on that side. 5 seconds away from our second half game changer.
2, 1. Let's take this thing higher, higher than you ever been. Stand tall like Everest. We go higher. It's time to go higher.
Speaking of the line, there it is for the first time on match day 3. This is the line, of course, 3 minutes. If you score from behind the offside line, the goal will count as double. The double still applies if the ball deflects of a player beyond the offside line. All other goals count as one. Basically, shoot from behind the offside line and it goes in, it counts as double. If you shoot from in front of the offside line, it counts as one like normal. Well, Ian Wright is taking a seat in the dugout just for a second, as you also see George Eyes out there.
Does that make sense? Trust. Nothing is built unless you have the trust and that desire. 3 minutes.
Sane Nditi there as well, just behind his teammates. Not in the squad this week. Formerly of M7, now part of Vision FC. 3 minutes. Will we see a goal from behind the line, yes or no? Doesn't often happen. Castrati! And that one was cleared off the line. By Don Morgan Griffiths, because that was going in. Strong tackle from Don Morgan Griffiths. Does he fancy a shot from behind the line? No. Is there a foul on Abdulaziz? He felt like he was stopped there by Nicolo. One minute 50 left of this first game. George Nikaj felt like he was being pulled there by Chetiam. Referee not interested. Ben Long, he's already scored once from this area. I wouldn't put it past him to do it again. Are we in for a match winner here, or are we on for a draw? It'll be their second of the season for both of these two teams. Wembley Rangers drew it 2-2 to NDL last week. Vision, of course, drew in match day 1 against United. Hang on. Max Pittman does well there. That could have been the match winner. Here's that chance again. Max Pittman, who has been superb today. I mean, both goalkeepers have. Don Pires pickpocketed, and Max Pittman performing the heroics for his team. Someone to step up and be a hero. Hang on, massive chance for George Nikaj. Can he find the back of the net? Max Pittman reacts. And that will do it. Vision FC, and more so George Nikaj, with 2 huge chances there in the depth. He knows it more than anyone else. Vision should be on their way to their first win of the season. Max Pittman, not once but twice, squeezed to react. And you also think back to the penalties that both teams missed.